Hey guys, this is Riley Parks, otherwise known as The Desk on Board Game Geek, with an explainer video for Woodcutting Level, a 2-player 9-card nanogame where you compete to acquire the most lumber. It's a roll and advance dice and card nanogame where you have 2 woodcutters that compete to collect the most wood. Both players will have a unique skill guide that dictates what type of wood you can collect based on the die rolls. So what you get is you get your 9 cards in the print and play file with their back. Some amazing card art by 3 Megisto of Board Game Geek, who reached out to me and threw this together for me, which I very much appreciate again. He's got some stuff in the challenge as well under the name Cart Dungeon. I highly recommend checking it out. So to set up Woodcutting Level, you lay out your 9 cards with our yew, magic, maple, willow, oak, and evergreen trees in the middle between the 2 players. Each player in this 2-player game will grab one of the skill guides. For my explainer video here, I'm going to go ahead and start with this one on the right, but you'll see that while the collection dice is the same number on the left-hand side, each type of tree is assigned a different number, and I'm going to show you why in just a moment. You then select your first player. They get the axe token. They get to become the first player by either being the most recent one to climb a tree, to chop down a tree, or to plant a tree. If nobody can recall or has experience with that kind of stuff, you can always substitute it for gardening or something of that like. Once you select your skill guide, you take 3 dice each. You put a 1 on that 1 for the yew and magic tier, the 2 on the 2 for the willow and maple tier, and a 3 on the 3 for the evergreen and oak tier. So you start off with 1 of the highest tier lumbers in there, 2 of the mid, and 3 of the lowest. Your starting player, the one that got that axe, takes your 2 other die, rolls them. Here I rolled 2 4s, which is a little unusual, but that means that both players have only 4s to work with, so you have to advance the die associated with that number 4. It is the maple for that one, and it would be the evergreen for that one. So we move this up to a 3, and then it would go to the next player. They'll roll a die. It's a 4 and a 3. Now for this player, it still reflects the same thing. You go ahead and you pull it up to a 4. But for this one, the 3 is actually magic, so you can skip that up to a 2. The goal of the game is to hit a 6 by progressing through your tiers. Once you hit a 6 in your tier, so say I got my willow and maple up to a 6, I can take one of these 2 cards. It does not matter which. So we'll go ahead and take the willow tree and put that next to my skill guide. I will then reset it back to the number on the skill guide, so 2, and we'll continue play like nothing else happened. Once 2 of a tier are taken, even if you're the one that takes the last one, you'll still reset your skill guide. That way, if you need to, say you roll as this character a 3 and a 4, you still need to be able to raise that die. Although, if you hit a 6 on one that you cannot collect cards from, you do have to lower one of your other skills. So for this one, it would either be the evergreen or the yew and magic. We can't lower that if it's already at a 1, so we would drop this down to a 2. At the end of the game, once everybody has collected their cards, you then tally up your points. The yew and the magic tier, those cards are both worth 5 points. The willow and the maple tier are both worth 3 points, and the oak and the evergreen tier are both worth 2 points. Whoever has the highest points wins, and then you can either play again or check something else out. That is a quick explainer tier for Woodcutting Level. I appreciate you guys checking it out and very much appreciate any feedback that you give. Thank you for your time.